Suffer does the wolf, bathing in the blood of the lambs.
Welcome to Ptolomaea? I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. It's a game I found this morning because I had some free time to record, and it looks interesting. It's like a Game Boy style. Oh, it's very quick to turn around. Sorry if this is annoying. It's a very, very, very small game. And I mean that in terms of the screen size as well. I am currently watching this through my viewfinder on OBS because the window it's actually open in is very small. It's a GBA game. I think it's meant to look like a GBA game at least. It's not an actual GBA game. I'm not running this in an emulator or anything. It's an EXE, like your standard Windows applications. I don't really know what to expect other than it's apparently kind of spooky, maybe a little bit abstract and art house, and that's all things I like. Let's get started. There's a door behind me, so I'll try and open that. Oh, the controls. There's no options menu, so it's not like I can reduce the sensitivity, but the controls. It's apparently V to interact with things. You can probably hear on my very loud keyboard that I'm tapping the V button. Nothing's happening. Let's go this way then. We've been sealed in a basement by some sort of spook. We appear to be in a void. I guess we live in Silent Hill. I'm loving this old-timey PC speaker music, by the way. Oh, there's a cross on the wall, so we're in a Catholic's house. Or do Protestants have crosses on the wall as well? I'm not entirely sure. If you go into any old person's house here in Ireland, you will see a crucifix and a holy water font and a picture of a sad Jesus. I think they just give them away with houses. I'm going to stop trying to open doors because they simply do not work. I mean, this looks like a nice house. It's huge. If it is a house, it could be a hotel, I suppose. Oh, we're in a PT situation, possibly. Have I just been sent back to the start? Is this PT? PT and its ilk have been a disaster for the horror gaming industry. Jesus. I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal pain. I am the way to go among the lost. That is so loud. You'll be spared. But that is so loud for me. There's also a little note over here, I think. Was this here before? September 27, 1991. We're alerted of... reported a strange smell Alice discovered... bodies, probably. Strange smell coming from an abandoned house kind of thing. That's always bodies. Maybe a Dahmer happened. You always have to look out for Dahmer situations. If we find an altar made of bones... Oh, there is flies. Fuck you.
A door has opened.
Oh, which door? Should I go back and check if a door has opened? Oh, Jesus! Oh, it's a hanged man. Okay. Can I take whatever you have in your hand? It's a key! That's a bit grim. I mean, look, maybe they had their reasons. Or maybe they were hanged by the Dahmer ghost. I now have a key. That should be useful. I mean, every door is sealed shut by magical energy, so I don't know if it's going to be that useful. Okay, the newspaper's gone. Another diary entry. Through me, you go into a city of weeping. Through me, you go into eternal pain. Through me, you go amongst the lost people. September 27, 1991. Ed the mother. The father was Verdant Blood. Akaframor. We're piecing it together. Some sort of murder boy. And it usually is a boy. Hashtag feminism. I like that one of the only things I can interact with in this house is spooky mold. Or maybe this is meant to be blood. In my head, it's spooky mold.
A door has opened.
Because horror games in the past few years really gone on a mold kick. Mold is so hot right now. You've got your Last of Us's, you got your biohazards. It's all mold all the time. Oh, well, Either another body or the same body, just missing a head. Can I make out any genitalia there? Deciding whether I need to censor this for YouTube. Controlling this is putting me in mind of playing the forklift races in Shenmue recently. As in, it's very floaty and drifty. I can see why there weren't many first-person games on the Game Boy. Do not be afraid. Our fate cannot be taken from us, sir. It is a gift. Just checking. You're still safe? Still all cozy in the cupboard? That's okay. You still cozy in yours? You are. That's perfect. I would be buying Febreze or disposing of them, but sometimes you don't have the energy. Sometimes it's just a bit much. You know, you'd have to lug them out to the wheelie bin. Even then, it's probably a week until that gets collected. Just Febreze them. I hate that I'm getting got by these. They're so cheap. That one in particular, the first one is fine. First one's okay, you get one. But that one was real cheap. I hate it when games do that, when they have just the spookum running towards you and it goes through you. And it's like, well, aside from it being a cheap jump scare, I'm now not frightened of that ghost. It just ran through me. If it wanted me dead, I'd be dead. So I'm now no longer as frightened of it. I just think it's a real trash thing to do in your horror game. And every indie horror does it. Oh, I need a key. Oh, Christ. Let's find some delicious mold to lap up. Are you covered in mold? Delicious mold! There we go.
A door has opened.
Oh, and another newspaper. September the 27th, 1991. And acts were not my fault. Left alive and tortured. Thank you. Here, pity only lives when it is dead. Even the iron still fears the rot. Does it? Rust, yeah, but rot? Would you ever call rust rot? If you're a very old, posh English person, you might say rot means nonsense. It's a spooky robed boy. Are you going to just kind of disappear? Hi. Okay. He means well. It's fine. It's not a spookum. It's just a helpful ghost. September the 27th, 1991. Afters winds were taught or tried to say at escape high. That one's less legible than the others. Oh, and some mold. Perfect. Which door opened this time? That one? Was that already open? Nope, another key. You were bound to the sins of your fathers, long before your conception. With this voice, I wouldn't listen to this preacher, it feels like. It feels like this is a sermon, right? I still don't know if this is Catholic or not. A priest, a reverend, I don't really know what the Protestants call them. Moving on. Scene was so grew, eft to identi ugged and repeat all reason. The journalist is increasingly succumbing to his stroke symptoms. I think this is nearly all the doors. Hello. This is a lot of people to keep around. Even Dahmer threw some out, I think. Because you can't eat that many bodies. Does that just say hi? Hang on. That painting looks like it just says hi. Am I going insane? Is this what black mold does to you? Does it make you kill and eat people? Is that what J.K. Rowling's gonna end up doing? I am no good nor evil. I am the face of love's wage. There's a small chance that I'm taking away a little bit of the horror by voicing it like that. Hope you rot in trying him up. Og's feast on eater and many. Could I have a tiny piece of delicious mold as a treat? There's some delicious mold, thank you. this the last door? Budding! Has it been making that noise the whole time? Have I just not noticed? Because that's really Zelda-esque for this game. This feels like a last pass through, doesn't it? I appreciate a little bit of abstract storytelling. I would like to know who we are, at least a little bit. Are we a journalist, a cop, somebody who's moved in? A private investigator? A paranormal boy? Let's say this is Faith and we're a priest who's exorcising this place. It probably doesn't matter. Ooh. I wasn't expecting to leave the house. That's refreshing. Oh, I can breathe my lungs deep with the fresh air instead of all the mold particles. I'm more mold than human at this point. Oh, Hermaeus Mora is gonna come out. Run then, child. You can't hide from me forever. I don't know if I want to run. With the turning controls, it would be very annoying if I have to run. Oh! That's the game. Look, I was made in about 5 days. I liked it. I thought it was an okay time. As a little, like, demo proof of concept thing, these games are fun. I like this sort of thing. There's a reason I go through, like, new and popular on itch every so often and just pick out bits and pieces. I think the standout thing in this one is the graphics. I mean, it looks very pretty. I like the monochrome, low poly, pixelated look. It looks very nice. I think this style looks nicer than the sort of fake PS1 thing that was very popular for a few years. I think it's slightly dying down now as the nostalgia wears off for people. But I like it when people go even further back and make something that looks almost like a Game Boy game or a NES game or a SNES game, but obviously twisted and different because they couldn't do this sort of thing back then. It's neat. That's what this game is. Neat. Too many pointless jump scares. That's my criticism. After the first one, it stopped being spooks. And I think it would have been a spookier game without them. Just to add more atmosphere. The music's cool. The graphics are cool. The concept of breathing in that much mold and turning into a turf. That's kind of fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. These are just fun to throw out every so often midweek. I like doing a little mini game every so often. Like and subscribe, whatever YouTubers are supposed to say that I sometimes forget and have to dub in later. I didn't this time, but almost every video I put out, I have to go in and dub this in later. Go subscribe and like if you want to watch more of these. I have so many games like this on the channel. So many like mini horror games that I've played. There's a big playlist of them and some other more AAA stuff. Go watch stuff. What else are you doing? You're watching YouTube. You don't have anything on. Sorry, bye.